the depths of Oru Forest, there is a place where men vanish and memories bleed like shadows. Some say love lives there, others say it fades. There are places the sun fails to rest. In the heart of the forest of Oru, there lies such a place where time folds, memories vanish, and the line between man and spirit is blurred. This is the story of Obinna and how Lord led him to forget 5 days of his life and maybe lose more than that. Obinna thought he followed beauty, but what he found was a love that refused to let go. Not even time could erase it. Obinna, 24, soft-spoken and curious, is collecting herbs in the dense forest under the guidance of Elder DK. Obinna, a gentle soul, is known in the village as a promising herbalist apprentice, quiet, observant, and full of questions. He walks the forest daily with Elder DK, collecting roots. One evening, as the sky bleeds to red, Elder DK stops suddenly. Elder DK pointed, signaling to Obinna. Never walk the northern path, boy. That's where the forest sings, but not to welcome you. It sings to keep you forever. I do hope you are listening, Obinna. Obinna responded, yes, sir. As they gather roots, Elder DK warns him again never to venture into the northern parts of the forest. That place belongs to spirits that wear the skins of beasts and the eyes of beauty. They draw you in, then drain your soul, he retorted. Obinna, intrigued but respectful, he nods. But the seed of curiosity is already planted. As they walked away, Obinna turned and looked towards the northern part again. His curiosity now more increased. That night, Obinna dreams of a woman crying in the woods, her sobs echoing like broken lullabies. A few days later, Obinna returns alone to gather rearback. After a villager falls ill, the air grows strange. As he bends near a stream towards the northern path, he sees a white deer drinking, staring at him. The deer locks eyes with him, its antlers silvered, its eyes human. And for the relationship between wildlife and humans in the African forest, Obinna expected the deer to run, but instead this deer is strange. It's white and stood there looking straight at him. In a breathless moment, right before Obinna's eyes, The deer rises, twists unnaturally on its two hind legs, its eyes now flaming, and its whole body engulfed in what seems to be a ball of blazing, hot, glowing, fiery whirlwind. It morphs, transforming into a breathtaking woman with eyes of moonlight and skin like river pearls. Here is a stunning woman, covered in shimmering skin like dew on marble, and bright golden pearly white shining dress. Right in front of Obinna in the middle of nowhere. Obinna was mesmerized. She looks him straight in the eyes, then suddenly turns and vanishes between trees. Obinna, entranced, he followed without thinking. The forest grows darker, sounds warp. Obinna chases glimpses of her until everything turns to black. The deeper he goes, the stranger the world becomes. Trees twist into faces. The hair grows thick and electric. He hears a voice, not with his ears, but inside his chest. You've seen me. Now, you must remember me. A shadow swallows him whole. It has been 2 days. Obinna hasn't returned. His mother weeps. She screams into the night, refusing to be comforted. Elder Dike stood in the village courtyard, blames himself for sending Obinna to gather herbs all alone. He performs rituals to call his spirit back. A village search party goes into the forest with torches in hand, but finds nothing except his herb, satchel, and broken sandal, sliced open like it was peeled from his foot. A young boy brought the satchel and sandals found by the search party to Obinna's mother. On seeing this, she cried the more. 5 days has passed and Obinna was still nowhere to be found. On the 5th night, Obinna walks into the village barefoot, dazed, eyes hollow, yet glowing faintly. His body covered in glowing scratch marks that's red and blazing like fire, but strangely doesn't burn. He was also drenched in water, though it hasn't rained. His eyes wild and glowing like fire. A crowd gathers around him cautiously. Villagers holding lanterns and firewood, staring in disbelief and awe as he enters the village, and they follow him as he goes. He looks distant and lost in a world of his own. Someone whispered, this is not the same Obinna that went into the forest a few days ago. Something has changed. As the crowd gathered, he collapsed into the hands of his mother, clutching his chest, and whispered, "She kissed me under the moon. I forgot her name." Elder Dike knelt beside him, touching the glowing vines with concern, while performing recovery rituals on him, so he could return back to his senses and regain consciousness. A spiritual aura surrounds Obinna subtly. When he wakes, he remembers nothing beyond following the bear. Faint golden shimmer in his eyes and skin. He hums a mysterious melody, a tune that no one knows, and his body bears faint glowing marks like vines. Obinna begins to change. He becomes dreamy, distracted, sketching the woman's face in the soil, on leaves, even in firewood ash. He starts seeing her in reflections, in water, in windows. She whispers to him in dreams. Sometimes her face appears in bowls of water beside him and disappears just as soon as it appears. Obinna no longer sleeps. He speaks a language no one has taught him. He sees her in mirrors, in reflections of oil she calls to him. She's beautiful, she's terrifying. Sometimes she's weeping, sometimes furious, sometimes whispering words only lovers understand. You said you'd love me even if I wasn't real. He begins to carve a face in tree trunks. He hums a haunting melody that villagers start hearing in their dreams too. Obviously, Obinna has fallen in love with the spirit woman, though he cannot remember why. His heart aches for someone he's unsure is real. The next evening, Elder Dike sits under a massive baobab tree at dusk. Obinna before him, listening with intense curiosity. A small fire flickers between them. It tells him a tale. Long ago, a spirit woman named Ira once caused by the gods to live half a life as a deer and as a woman, could only return to human form if a man followed her without fear. But those who did never returned whole. All men who follow her forget. But one, just one, can break her curse if his love endures past the forgetting. As Elder Dike tells the story, unknowingly to them both, behind the elder and Obinna, ghostly images of Ira morphing from deer to human form play out in the tree shadows. Her silver hair and tearful eyes are softly lit by spirit light. The mood is sacred and haunting. A wind gust started blowing between Obinna and Elder Decay, circling them along with dried leaves in circles all around them. Elder Decay said, "You've already died once, Obinna. The question is, will you die again to finish what your heart began?" Obinna realized he must have broken the taboo, but his longing has grown unbearable. He loves Yura beyond reason. Obinna, torn between the world of men and the call of the mysterious love, prepares and performs a forbidden ritual by the stream to return. His mother pulls and pleads with him not to go. Elder Decay warns him, "Obinna, even if you find her, she's not yours to keep. Spirit love demands spirit sacrifice." Obinna lifts his hands to the sky, chanting a forgotten tune. The air vibrates with invisible energy. A spiritual raft, a path begins to open in the forest, across the stream where there was none before. Faint glowing figures move within the mist. Just before their eyes, thunder growls. Without clouds, he walks into the fog. At midnight, the forest opens. Time slows. Yura, radiant and broken, emerges from the mist, tears in her eyes, barefoot from the fog, wearing a flowing brown spirit gown, silver hair shining, running towards Obinna. Obinna, arms widely stretched out, ran forward. Excitement filled the air between the trees and these two lovebirds. As Yura ran towards Obinna, Obinna rushed towards her. Strange red eyes opened in the trees. She touches Obinna's face. They embrace like stars colliding. Leaves float around them in slow motion. A halo of light surrounds the couple. The trees bend towards them as if blessing their reunion. Strange tree eyes, blue and glue like red flaming hot. She kisses him. He remembers everything. The 5 days of passion, laughter, dancing under ghost light, sleeping in a bed of feathers woven from clouds. Yira said, "You came back, even after forgetting, even after they tried to make you forget." He embraces her. A soft glow surrounds them. Yira shows him the 5 days. Yira conjures glowing memory visions of them together in mid-air. Herself and Obinna dancing under stars, laughing at the riverbank, dancing, kissing beneath the trees. She tells him he can stay, but he must give up the world forever. "Stay," she pleads. "Let them forget you as the world once forgot me." Obinna's face became tearful as he washes the memories. He reaches out to catch them, but he cannot touch them. Obinna looks torn. Behind him, visions of his village and mother appear. He whispers, "I love you, but I must go. I also love those who wait for me." He said, "Why must I choose between the world and the woman who makes me feel alive?" She smiles sadly, caresses his chest gently and said, as tears fall from her eyes, "Because the forest does not share. That's why you must choose between the world and myself." Obinna reaches for her, but she's already dissolving into light and glowing misty dust that floats towards the stars. Obinna returns to the village changed. The events of the past few days have now made him look much older than his age. With a wrinkled face and graying hair, he's now quiet, wiser, forever holding onto a love the world will never understand. He never marries, never smiles the same again, but he sings a song no one else knows. Some nights, he sits quietly by the stream, playing a wooden flute. His eyes are full of distant emotion, and sometimes when the wind is still, you can hear a woman singing back. A faint glow in the trees suggests Yira is watching him. Her silhouette is barely visible in the background mist. And sometimes, when the moon is right, he swears he sees her watching him from the woods. And when he touches the waters, Yira's reflection briefly appears before vanishing. You know, in life, some stories are not written in books, but in dreams. in rivers, in the woods that no one dares enter twice, loves that are too wild for the world. Such is the story of Obinna and Ijera.